like to say shalom, giving all praises to Yahawah, Yahawashi. Also give a double honors to the elders of GMS, honors to the Akim. Peace and blessings to the brothers and sisters that listen to hopeful elect. You know we gotta bear this garbage this week, this noise. But it don't matter anyway, man. This word gonna go out. Let's just teach for the camera, because it's pointless to speak over that, man. Right? We're just gonna edify for the camera, man. Who can hear, let him hear. At the end of the day, first precept. What we out here for? You Israelites, man. So-called Negroes, you Hispanics, Native American Indians, man. Okay? We out here to edify you, to condemn the wicked ones of you, alright, that's following the ways of this society, and also to warn you what's about to come, man. And that things are getting stirred up in America, man. Right? The first precept. See? You gotta come out here to these highways and hedges. You got to deal with nonsense like that as well, man. Right? But this is what the Most High said. I'm going to just teach for the camera because that's crazy. It's the second week. Psalms 94:16. Trying to draw the word of the Lord out, man. You read Psalms 94 verse 16. See? That's taken right there. But it says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Who will stand up against the workers of iniquity? Who's going to stand for Yahawah in these last days, man? Only the 144,000 of the elect, of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, the elect, man. We're the only ones that's coming out here week in and week out, and that's condemning this society. Okay? Let you know of America's imminent destruction. That's why the scripture says, I'm going to read it again. Psalms 94 verse 16. Who will rise up? Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? And what's iniquity? Sin upon sin. Okay, and what's sin? Transgression of the law. And that's why the Most High is going to judge this place, man. Because America was built off sin, man. Based off their unrighteous decrees that they passed. And you Negroes, Hispanics, and you Native Americans, you have outdone the deeds of the wicked. Okay? And that's why 2/3 of you going to be destroyed, man. So I'm going to read that precept one more time. Psalms 94 verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Okay? And who's the evildoer? The chief evildoer is Esau, the white man today. The devil, man. Because everything that's abnormal in the verse, he exalts in this society. But he swears on the Bible. But that's exactly what the devil will do, though, man. That's why he's known as the chief deceiver. Alright? But only the men of the Lord is going to come out here and condemn it. These are the leaders they sold out, man. These so-called Negro leaders. They ain't saying nothing because they took that Judas first. Alright? Only the men of the Lord is going to sigh and cry for all the abominations that's done in the midst thereof. Like I said, I'm not going to even try to speak over that. Just speak to the camera today. Alright? You see, you got to battle these demons. Remember, read Ephesians, the 6th chapter. Ephesians chapter 6. And ain't nothing but Satan, man. were doing that. So you mean to tell me the whole week? It take them a whole week to do that bullshit, man? Come on, man. And first of all, Yahawashi said all the things that they're building is going to fall down. In Matthew the 24th chapter. So all that construction is really vanity. Because America going to go down, man. The economy going to collapse. There's no more money here. That's why all those jobs, they went to those other tax havens. Trump ain't bringing back no jobs, man. He's getting this country ready for war. The Third World War. Alright? And that's going to be it for this place. That's where all that money is going into, man. It's going into the military. It's not going into no jobs. So all that building is going to enter ruin anyway. You know what I mean? That's just, come on, man. Ephesians, the 6th chapter. Classic scripture. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that he may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, or the tricks of Satan, man. Because there's nothing but demons out here. Nothing but sodomy out here, man. Whoredom, man. Alright? Especially in this day and time. That's at on a high level. The left hand is extremely high right now, man. That evil energy is present. But the scripture says to be strong in the Lord. Read on. Put on the whole arm of the Most High, that he may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So that's why I read that scripture earlier. Who's going to stand for me against the evildoers, man? We got to stand up in these day and time, man. Okay? You have to put this truth on your shoulders, man. This is our badge of honor right here. Looking like a fool for Yahawashi's sake. Because there's going to be a reward for this, man. And that reward is the kingdom of heaven. Power and rulership. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, starting with the Illuminati, but those spiritual demons that they worship. Okay? Because you got demons on these people out here, man. This noise over here, those are demons, man. Trying to drown the word of the Lord out, man. But we gotta battle them, okay? Against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that he may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. And what's that evil day? Jacob's trouble. When martial law comes to this society, man. When the race riots come. When America, as you know, wait for this. Now, as America, you know, is going to be through, man. Which we know this place is coming down to the last second. Alright? What happened this week? Trump provoking North Korea. World War III is here, man. World War III is here, man. Armageddon. Okay? The gathering of the troops is happening at the Valley of Jehoshaphat. That's here, man. That microchip is around the corner. The race rights, that's around the corner, man. What's his name? Philando Castile. They found this, the police officer that killed him not guilty. Come on, man. That's why the scripture says, Judah, who shall rouse him up? You Negroes, man. Who's going to rouse you up to the fray? Because more shootings going to happen. More terrorist attacks going to happen. More government-sponsored terrorist attacks are going to happen, man. And it's going to change the landscape of this place. You got to keep teaching that every week, because that's the time period we're living in. Prophecy. St. ain't the time of love and coming together. This is the time of destruction, man. That's what the Most High is about to bring on this earth. Destruction, man. That's what we read this precept. Haggai chapter 2. Zerubbabel was the governor of Israel at that time, okay? Because we didn't have any more kings after we came out of the Babylonian captivity, and we were rebuilding the temple, and we're doing that right now. That temple is 144,000. That's who these videos, that's who we're trying to reach when we come out here and when we publish it online. It's only for the elect and the 1/3, the Israelites that are scattered. That's it. Alright, so here read on. Haggai chapter 2 verse 4. Yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, saith the Lord, and be strong, O Joshua, who is the high priest, son of Josedek, the high priest, and be strong, all the people of the land, saith the Lord, and work. And do what? And work, man. This is work. This is labor. Okay, plowing and towing, putting up shows, coming out on the highways and hedges, putting lessons together. That's all work. Now the temple is no longer physical. It's spiritual, man. Alright? So they going to these churches. The Most High don't dwell in temples made with hands. He dwells in his men. And that's what we're seeking for. That's what the Lord told Peter, I will make you fishers of men. The elect men. Read from the top again. Haggai chapter 2 verse 4. Yet now be strong, O Zerubbabel, saith the Lord, and be strong, O Joshua, son of Josedek, the high priest, and be strong, O ye people of the land, saith the Lord, and work, for I am with you. So that goes for us today. The Most High is with us, man. And that goes to you other Akim. The Most High is with you, man. And that goes to you other brothers who's thinking of going out. All you gotta do is have faith, man. The scripture says, what the Most High said, he said, I'm with you, man. Read on, it says, according to the word that I covenanted with you when they came out of Egypt, so my spirit remaineth among you. Fear ye not. Okay? So we don't fear these people, because they're demons anyway. Alright, these people, they don't know what's about to come to this society, man. And they're never going to know until it finally arrives. Alright? The scripture says they're going to know death by pain. Especially these women that's walking up and down. That have a careless, a carefree spirit. They're going to catch hell out here, man. When the society starts what? Starts collapsing. When it's in a state of no return. which America's already in a state of no return. And it's happening right before your eyes, man. Trump is only going to make things worse. He's getting America involved in what? He's treading in dangerous waters. It's so much that their own allies don't want to deal with them. Okay? So the Most High said, I'm with you, man. Verse 6, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, yet once it was a little while, I will shake the heavens, and the earth, and the sea, and the dry land. Nuclear destruction. Nuclear destruction, man. Babylon the Great is going to go out with fire. Nuclear fire. Because it was built off rape, robbery, murder. Okay? The scripture says, bloodshed covers Esau as a garment, man. Wherever this devil goes, he destroys, man. He's against the natural order of things. He's against life, period. And so much, if the Most High was allowed to continue, he would destroy himself. He's a cancer to himself, man. Alright? But thus saith the Lord of hosts, yet once in a little while I will shake the heavens and the earth and the sea and the dry land. And I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come. And I will fill this house with glory, saith the Lord of hosts, man. And what house? The house of Israel. The house of David. Starting with Yahawashi. Okay, who you can call Jesus Christ a black man, man. According to the Bible. His house is going to have glory. Starting with the elect men. Okay, this is what this truth is about, man. It's getting you what? Back to our old state, man. Because right now, you Negroes, Hispanics, you Native Americans, you don't got it, man. Y'all at the bottom in America, man. Y'all at the bottom in Sodom and Gomorrah. Hell, y'all the biggest homosexuals and freaks. Jake is out of his mind, man. But that's where the Heavenly Father has to purge you, man. Okay? He's going to make things renewed. He's going to make things refreshed. With what is elect men. So I'm going to read on. Block Yahawah. That verse. It says, and I will shake all nations and the desire of all nations, that new world order. Okay? That's going to be destroyed and that's going to be cast down. He's trying to bring everybody together underneath one satanic banner. And that microchip is the centerfold or the foundation of that new world order. Putting people back in slavery. Okay, mainly you tribes. Desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, saith the Lord of hosts. The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, saith the Lord of hosts. And the glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former, saith the Lord of hosts, man. The house of David. Not the Jewish rat in Israel. Okay? It says, and this place will I give peace, saith the Lord of hosts, man, the Lord of armies. Okay? Sabaoth, man. So the Most High is going to return us back to our former glory. Okay? Like I said, that's what this truth is about, man. returning us back to our original state. Okay? In fact, let me see if I read a precept on that. But 2/3 of you going to keep getting gunned down in the street. And the majority of you going to be placed in concentration camps, man. I'll read another precept before I get into that. Ezekiel chapter 36.
I'm not 100% sure.
Let's read the New Covenant. Ezekiel chapter 36. Beautiful. Ezekiel 37, verse 18. Start from 16. Ezekiel 36, verse 16. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land. What land was that? That was back in Jerusalem, or what they call the land of Canaan, with them gutter rats is dwelling in today, the land of Palestine. Okay, which that's not the name of that land. That's what the Romans called that land, after the Philistines, man. The land of the sojourners. Okay, that's our original land, not America, man. Not no Africa either. Okay, Africa was just the middle passage. You read on. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way and by their own doings. Okay? Before me as own doings. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman. As when a woman's going through her period, man. That's how unclean Israel looked to the Most High. Because that's according to the law. If a woman is going through her menstrual cycle, she has to be removed. She has to stay in her own home. Okay? And that's how the Most High did to his people. He had to remove us. Because all the abominations that you Negroes, Hispanics, you Native Americans were doing. But today y'all so bad, man. Today y'all went all the way to the left. Now y'all gonna taste that fury, man. Just like our ancient forefathers felt. It says, Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land, and their idols wherewith they had polluted it. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries. The Assyrians, the northern kingdom got taken away by Salmanasseh V, which are you Hispanic and Native American tribes that got led to this side of the world. Then you had the Babylonians, Nebuchadnezzar. Then you had the Persians. Then you had the Greeks. Then you had the Romans. Then what? You got led from the western coast of Africa all the way to America, where all 12 tribes are here on this side of the world, man. And other countries where we're scattered. Why? Because of our disobedience, man. Because we polluted the land with our abominations. Read on. And I will scatter them among the heathen, and that's who the Gentiles are. Gentiles or foreigner or strangers, the Israelites that are scattered, that took on the ways of the heathen, man, that fell away from the covenant, which is the majority of our people today. Because their true identity has been hid from them due to slavery, man. I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries, according to their way and according to their doings, I judged them. And that main judgment is coming. Jacob's trouble, man. Martial law, man. Read on. And when they entered into the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name, when they said to them, these are the people of the Lord, and gone forth out of his land. But I pity for my holy name, which the house of Israel hath profaned among the heathen, whither they went. And that's what we profane the Most High's name, because he surnamed us with the name of Israel, Yasharallah, a prince of the power. We were supposed to represent him on the planet Earth, but we didn't, man. But like in every captivity, there was always a remnant that believed, and that remnant is already numbered to 144 and the 1/3. But I pity for my holy name, which the house of Israel hath profaned among the heathen, whither they went. Therefore saith the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord power, I do not for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake. So we're not going to be saved based on our own merit. Okay? We're going to be saved because of the promise he made to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? You Negroes, Hispanics, you Native Americans, you are the real Israelites, man. Not the people in Israel. Those are the devil. Those are Khazars, Eastern Europeans, man, that the American and British government put in that land. And the scripture tells you when the real Jews, Israelites, go into the land, the whole world was going to be at peace, and the law was going to be executed from Jerusalem. That's Jeremiah the 23rd chapter, Micah the 4th chapter. But ever since they've been over there, the whole world is at war, because those are not the people, man. Those are imposters, and they're going to lead America into the Third World's War. Okay? Russia, North Korea, they all getting stirred up, man. That's Ezekiel the 38th chapter. These things are happening now. That's why we're beseeching you to get your act together, man, before the famine of the world comes, man. America, as you know, is going to change. Okay? All these false flag attacks in London, all these shootings in America, come on, man. The landscape is going to change here, man. Laws are going to be changed here. The liberties that you enjoy, they're going to take those things away. That's that Hegelian dialectic. That's that problem, reaction, solution. They're the ones that's behind all that, man. Ain't no Islamic terrorists. That's a bunch of foolishness, man. Alright, let me read on. It says, therefore, thus saith the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord power, I do this not for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither he went. And I will sanctify my great name. What's his name? Yahawah. And his son's name is Yahawashi. Alright? Read on. Which ye have profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, saith the Lord power, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. Okay? And that's happening right now. That's why this word is spreading. And we're being sanctified in front of their eyes, man. It's going to be a well-known fact who are the true Israelites before this thing is done. The gospel of the kingdom, as it is written, is spreading throughout the four corners of the earth. The truth is spreading, man. Okay? This truth is spreading, man. It's become contagious to the point where even Negroes in the celebrity world know who they are. Now, are they Israel or the Most High? We don't know. But the truth is out regardless. Some of their followers might be. See? You know what I'm saying? That's how this truth is spreading, man. Because brothers had to labor, starting with the elders and the apostles on down. You read on. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. Okay, and that's going to happen right after the destruction. Okay, and that's who the Gentiles is talking about, man. That's that great multitude in Revelation, the 7th chapter. Then I will sprinkle clean water upon you. That's the new covenant. Where he's going to put all the laws, statutes, and commandments in our inward part, in our new bodies. Okay, which we won't be able to sin anymore. Because that's what brought death upon the world, was sin, man. But the scripture says death is going to be swallowed up. Okay? Read on. And he shall be clean from all your filthiness and from all your idols, and I will cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away from you the stony heart out of your flesh. And that's why the law was written on stone, because it represented Israel's stony heart, man. Because the scripture says we're a rebellious people, hard-headed and stiff-necked. But the Most High said he's going to remove that. And I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and he shall keep my judgments and do them, man. And he shall dwell in the land. What land? The land of Israel. After American Israel is destroyed in the Third World War. Okay? That's the climax of this whole thing. Babylon's destruction. And we come into the seconds of that, man. Okay? This is it for this place, man. There's no hope for America, man. So, people could enjoy their barbecues. I don't know when July, I think it's in a week from now. They can enjoy, man. Okay? While eating their barbecues or whatever, the elites is planning how to bring this place down. Because according to them, it's too much people on the planet Earth. So they have to make certain godlike decisions. That's why they're doing all these terrorist attacks, man. And they're going to do a major terrorist attack. Okay? Things is happening so fast, man. So rapidly. The only people with their eyes open can actually see what's happening, man. These people, they don't know what's happening because they so what? They distracted and they always want to be entertained. You read on. And he shall dwell in the land, and I give your fathers, and he shall be my people, and I will be your God. So the Heavenly Father is only dealing with one group of people, the children of Israel, man. And those people are being held captive today. And this is the place of our last captivity, man. Read on. And I'm going to jump to another precept. And I will save you from all your uncleanness, and I will call you for the corn, and will increase it, and lay no famine among you. Okay? Read this next precept. Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. I'm going to read that again. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart spiritually, man, for this is not your rest. We ain't come here to make it, man. Okay, America's not the kingdom of heaven. In case you dumbass niggas didn't figure that out yet, man. That's why y'all constantly get gunned down, got drugs in your neighborhood, because you think this is your rest. Okay, you were sent here as slaves for a reason, for your disobedience to the Most High. He allowed your enemies to have your way with you, man. He put us in their hands. But now in these last days, he's telling you what? Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart spiritually, because the Lord going to deliver us physically. This is not your rest. Why is it not your rest? Because it is polluted. And how was this place built? Off rape, robbery, and murder. The first original sin was taking the land from the Native American Indians, the tribe of Gad and Reuben. So they built this land on what? On blood, man. The devil, Esau the white man. Okay? And then they got a group of people to build it up for free. So all you Negroes, you West Indians, you Haitians, the Southern Kingdom. The real Jews according to the scriptures. Just like you did in ancient Egypt. That's why America is known as spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Because Egypt was known for what? It's bondage, hard labor, slavery, oppression, man. And America's no different. That's why they got the obelisk in Washington, D.C. That's why they got the pyramid with the all-seeing eye, Freemasonry and witchcraft, man. But the Most High told you what? To spiritually depart. Because this place is polluted, man. And wickedness is at an all-time high here, man. All-time high, man. You can't even count the amount of sodomites I've seen walking up and down. You can't even count. Okay, because that's the norm now. That's why the scripture said this place is polluted, man. Read on. It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. And ever since our people came here, you've been destroyed, man. You worse off. You've been every single decade. You niggas are just degenerates now. Compared to the 1960s, 50s, 40s, you're totally bugged out and you're totally lost now, man. At least back then you had some kind of family structure. Now you don't even have that. Okay? You don't totally took on the ways of the oppressor, man. And that's why the Most High said you're destroyed. That's why he said my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. What knowledge? Knowledge of him and knowledge of yourself. Okay? And your spirituality is based off what your slave master gave you. That plantation Christianity. Jesus is a white man. Where's that in the Bible, man? The scripture tells you it's dark skin with white woolly hair and white woolly beard. Solomon said he was black. Moses passed for an Egyptian. Come on, man. You see? But when we came over here, we adopted those customs. But now it's high time to wake up out of sleep. Because salvation is right around the corner, man. But at the end of the day, it's only for the elect, man. That's what I'm going to read. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 22. And what happened to that dude that got gunned down by the police? That was his judgment. Because he's no different than the average Negro walking up and down, man. He has no care in the world. Alright? But when you get gunned down, all of a sudden you want to rise up, man. Come on, man. That's what the scripture said, Isaiah chapter 10, verse 22. And had you been pleasing the Lord, those things won't happen. In fact, let me read this. Ezekiel 18. Let me change zones. Ezekiel 18:22. I mean, Yahawashi, I'll try to curse this guy, man. Alright? Murmuring whatever, man. Must be murmuring out of that satanic Talmud or Kabbalah. Alright? The Lord got you marked, man. She says, no enchantment shall work against Jacob, man. Okay, so if what you're doing gonna come to naught. Okay? You guys ain't the real Jews, man. You read Ezekiel 18:22. Let's see, it says, is it Ezekiel or is Ezekiel 22? Ezekiel chapter 22. Verse 18. Son of man, the house of Israel to me is become dross. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead, and in the midst of the furnace there are even dross of silver. Therefore thus saith the Lord, power, O Yahawashi, man, because ye are all become dross. Behold, therefore, I will gather you in the midst of Jerusalem, and as they gather silver, dross, and iron, and lead, and tin, into the midst of the furnace, to blow fire upon it to melt it, So will I gather you in my anger, in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you, man. And that's talking about America today. Because wherever our people dwell, that's Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Israel is a people before it's a place. Jacob's name got turned to Israel after he wrestled the angel. And his 12 sons represent the Israelites, man. And that's the final judgment. That's the final plague. Death by pain and fire, man. Nuclear fire. Nuclear war. Alright? Let me read on. Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you the fire of my wrath, and he shall be melted in the midst thereof, man. So that's a scary thing. I'm going to read one more precept on this and jump to the next segment. Zechariah chapter 14. Verse 12. Oh, glory to Yahawashi, man. Alright? All glory to the Most High. Zechariah 14, verse 12. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall be consumed away in their mouth. That's nuclear destruction, man. Okay? That's why all of y'all are being gathered right now. World War III, man. The Bible, the book of Revelation prophesies of 3 world wars. In Revelation, the 9th chapter, man. We're in the midst of the very last one. The war that's going to end all wars. Okay? And that's a painful way to go out. Because these people that's walking up and down, they're fuel for the fire. That's the last plague that's going to hit the society, man. Of course, you're going to have the race riots, like I said. You're going to have the famine. You have martial law. Okay? That's when they build all those concentration camps, man. Why you got all these concentration camps? Why are they shutting down all these Walmarts, man? Because that's exactly where they're going to put you people real soon. Especially Trump cutting what? Snap? Section 8? Cutting all of that, man. And giving that money to the military. Okay? So he knows there's going to be food riots out here, man. He knows there's going to be civil unrest. There's going to be insurrection. And that's going to be the new America real soon. But the last plague that's going to hit this place is that nuclear war. Which North Korea's already ready. Russia getting ready, man. Iran getting ready. Hell, Israel, that bastard state, they getting ready. Everybody's getting ready. And look what these people doing. They getting ready for July the 4th and fireworks, man. A bunch of idiots, man. Not knowing that war and death is coming here, man. Let me read on. It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. It shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall be lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor, man. The love of many shall wax cold because of the famine that's about to come. Best friends gonna turn into enemies, and everybody's just gonna be trying to please themselves. Okay? That's why the scripture says you gotta remain in holy conversation, man. You gotta remain in holy conversation, man. That's what the scripture says, but it's time to repent. You read Ezekiel the 18th chapter. We're gonna jump to the next segment. Get the spirit of Yahawashi now shot. Whether you niggas listen or not. Ezekiel 18, verse 24. But if the wicked, and it's talking about the ones of our people, but if the wicked will turn from all his sins that he hath committed, and keep all my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, he shall not die, man. So the only way to escape the perils that's about to come is to turn to the Most High. while you still can. Because we already know what's going to happen, man. When things start hitting the fan, people going to look for answers, man. And guess what? We ain't going to be here. Okay, that famine of the world going to come. That's what I'm going to read legislation that they're about to pass real soon. That's what Theresa May talking about over there in the UK. Is to cut down on extremist religious content. And that's mainly targeted towards us. Okay? So let me read that precept one more time. Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 24. Ezekiel 18, 24, 22, 21. Read 21 to 22. So this is the solution. But if the wicked return from all his sins, and this ain't talking about Esau, okay, because Esau's condemnation is already written, that he committed and keep all my statutes and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, he shall not die. All his transgressions that he hath committed, they shall not be mentioned unto him. And his righteousness that he have done, he shall live, man. So if we finish the course, none of our evil deeds are going to be remembered. Okay? The Heavenly Father going to give us a clean slate. He's going to give us a new body. He's going to give us a new spirit. We're not going to take nothing into the kingdom of heaven, man. Not even these polluted bodies. The only thing that's going to be carried into the kingdom is your works. And the names of the righteous is going to be written on the walls in Jerusalem. Now, who don't want that honor? Who don't want to be crowned, man? Let no man take your crown. Okay? But 2/3 of you're going to taste all those things I just read about. The Most High said as he melts silver and brass as dross, you also going to be melted in your sins, man. See? Look at a Negro woman. Gone.